from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 10.
Now at 10, Field of Dreams.
I think the only way we were going to get this done is for us to kind of roll our sleeves up and do the work ourselves as much as we could.
A massive athletic project now underway in Raymond. Why it's only costing a fraction of the original price tag. Then amplifying downtown.
This closure marks a major step forward as we elevate our downtown.
A key stretch of O Street shut down as a big construction project moves faster than expected. How crews are working quickly while keeping downtown businesses open. Plus, room to grow.
This would be able to create a great opportunity for us.
A $64 million bond proposal aimed at expanding Waverly schools. What district leaders say is holding students back. And ceasefire countdown.
I would say the fighting, if there's no deal, fighting resume.
The clock ticking on a U.S. and Iran ceasefire set to expire Tuesday. But President Trump is signaling tonight as talks could resume this weekend. But first, we begin tonight with some breaking news. Wildfires reigniting out west. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Rod Fowler. Tonight, growing wildfires forcing Nebraskans in Sumner to evacuate as flames spread in Dawson County. Take a look at this. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration capturing the satellite image showing the fire zone and smoke plumes rising into the sky. Also, Teresa, a viewer, sending us these photos tonight. There you can see the growing smoke as the community had no choice but to evacuate. Firefighters were first called to a grass fire southeast of Sumner just after 6 o'clock tonight and right before air. We are now learning that evacuation orders have been lifted as crews were able to get a better handle on the fire. The key is many areas of Nebraska still needing more rain and most of us not seeing any. Here's a live look from our Allo Cam near downtown Lincoln tonight. A warm and windy day today. Let's check in with Rusty. Any rain out there?
Just a little bit showing up in the panhandle, and really that's not a whole lot that's going on out there. The problem we've had lately is some areas have been seeing quite a bit of rain, just in small areas, not the entire state. And the entire state needs about 3 days of a light, nice, steady rain. And that just isn't in the cards, especially during the spring months. But light rain trying to fall in parts of the panhandle. We'll hope they see more as the evening progresses. There is a red flag warning through Thursday into Friday. So just a few more hours left on this red flag warning. I'm sure we'll see more before it's all said and done. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, Honda of Lincoln. Not much going on out there this evening. 73. With that wind is gusting to 28 miles per hour out of the south. Again, that light rain off to the north and west, and temperatures very mild, 60s and 70s. That's about 10 to 20 degrees warmer than we were yesterday, but a gusty south wind continues at 20 to 30 miles per hour in some spots. Look at the panhandle, nearing 50 miles per hour in northwest Nebraska. As we head through tonight, no precipitation until right there, and the panhandle might see snow by early Friday morning. So that's something we'll talk more about, and the chance for storms over the next few days in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Rusty. Now to a story you'll only see here on 8. Raymond Central in the beginning stages of something they're calling more than a field. It's a lengthy project focused on enhancing the quality of life for students and families. Our Jake Holman joins us now. He's been following all of this today for us. Jake?
Yeah, Rod, take a look here. These are just, some aerial shots of what that project will look like and where it's taking place. Now, More Than a Field is an initiative organized by the Raymond Central Community Foundation. It's something that they started working on back in October of 2024, and now the construction will finally begin.
A first of its kind for Raymond Central, a massive project that will change the landscape of athletics is officially underway.
I think the only way we were going to get this done is for us to kind of roll our sleeves up and do the work ourselves as much as we could.
It's called More Than a Field, an initiative brought up by the RC Community Foundation aimed at building and growing a better quality life for students and families.
The whole goal is to add community access to facilities that we currently we don't have enough of. We have a couple small villages with Valparaiso and Ceresco that have town teams and field space, but there's always a lack of space. We wanted to provide an opportunity for them to have a home field that they can have right here on campus and have a little bit of pride in.
There will be 4 phases to this project, starting on the diamond, 2 new turf baseball fields for 14 and up, with softball as well. That will also include fencing, parking, lighting, 2 new scoreboards, and much more. Then a new entrance will be added to the area along with additional parking. And then finally, the biggest phase of them all, a turf football field with a full track and field facility, a kids' playground, and a community recreational building. Tony Kotza, the school's activities director, says without the community support, none of this would be possible.
The great things about our community is we have incredibly talented people who own businesses. They do construction. They have access to ideas and connections with people who can kind of get us into the door.
And the project was estimated to cost between $5 and $7 million, but through community partnerships, it will only cost $1.25 million.
We're saving about $5 million over the course of this by so much of the work being done by community members who are willing to step up and do their part.
The end goal, to establish a place for growth and create an environment that cultivates community, sportsmanship, leadership, and health and wellness. Now, one of the biggest takeaways from this is this will finally allow the Mustangs to have true home field advantage, whereas in the past, they've had to travel to Valparaiso for their home games. Of course, that will soon all change. The school says they expect this project to be complete before the end of the year. For now, reporting here in studio, Jake Coleman, Channel 8 News.
Thank you, Jake. New at 10. March came with several deadly accidents here in the state. New numbers from NDOT show 16 people were killed on Nebraska roads during the month of March. Those deaths happening in 15 separate crashes, with 12 of them in rural areas. Only 6 of the victims were buckled up. Overall, the state has seen 54 traffic deaths so far this year. That's a slight increase from this time last year. New developments as Waverly schools make a push for more space. A proposed $64 million bond will be on the May primary ballot there. It would expand school facilities and update outdated equipment. The proposed bond would fund improvements across the district, including updates to classrooms, safety, as well as career and technical education spaces like welding and construction labs. District officials say limited space and aging equipment are currently holding some programs back and could be preventing some students from getting into those classes.
This would be able to create a great opportunity for us, not only for getting kids the knowledge they need to be career ready, but also too to help local businesses that are in great need of these young men and women who are trained in these areas.
Bond would also allow the district to offer more courses in house there at the school instead of sending students to Southeast Community College. Voters in the district will have the final say when they go to the polls on May 12th. Well, the clock is ticking on a ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran set to expire on Tuesday. Tonight, President Trump says the two countries are, quote, very close to making a deal, with second-round talks possibly resuming this weekend. But this is coming as the president announces a 10-day ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon, something Iran has been calling for, and a potential key piece to bringing Iran back to the negotiating table. But tonight, mixed signals from the president on what happens next. ABC's Rachel Scott pressing the president today.
If there's no deal, would you be willing to extend the ceasefire, or will the fighting resume?
I would say the fighting. If there's no deal, fighting resume.
The U.S. military says the blockade of Iranian ports is working, squeezing Iran economically. But publicly, Iran says the blockade is a violation of the ceasefire. Well, stay with us. We have plenty more after the break, such as reducing road work, construction in the downtown area of Lincoln moving fast. How much time city leaders say they could cut out of the Project O Street. And all new tomorrow morning, Dine Out, Give Back, a local restaurant turning meals into relief for Nebraska wildfire victims. When you can eat and help support farmers and ranchers who are rebuilding right now. That's tomorrow starting at 5, 6, and 11 a.m.
Very mild today, but we're going to take a break from the warm temperatures, at least for a couple of days, and throw in a chance for some snow in parts of Nebraska. That forecast when we come back.
New at 10, a controversial bill will now become law. To enhance security, it prohibits bringing weapons or dangerous substances like pepper spray or spray paint into the state capitol building. Governor Pillen today saying he's not a big fan of it. He didn't veto it, but he also didn't sign it, and that means it will still become law on January 1st of 2027. The State Patrol will be in charge of enforcing it. Now, law enforcement or a person with a valid concealed carry permit will be exempt. Right now, some relief for people impacted by one of the biggest road projects in the city of Lincoln. Of course, we're talking about Project O Street, taking up a chunk of downtown Lincoln. Our team members and even citizen journalists running into the construction, both Lorraine and Kevin here getting a look at crews working hard today and also the reduced lanes. But also today, the city's saying the project may get done sooner than expected. Here's Channel 8's Danielle Da Silva.
This closure marks a major step forward as we elevate our downtown.
City officials today saying construction on Project O Street is going better than expected. A prime reason being the closure of 14th Street between N and P Streets. It's also known as Beamer Street in the heart of Lincoln's Music District. The plan is to keep all businesses on that street open during construction, which could last until fall of 2026.
Crews are currently installing and upgrading key infrastructure along 14th Street. That includes major street improvements, stormwater and water main replacements.
They're also upgrading lighting and fixing up sidewalks. Regulars in the area noticing the crews working quickly. Omar Atai is the owner of Pita and Naan and says what he's seen so far keeps him optimistic that the city will stay ahead of their timeline.
We saw the tree contractors ripping off all the trees within 2 days. They were really fast. When it comes to the sidewalk too, we saw them in front of Jimmy John's. They broke all the cement in the morning when I came in to open the restaurant, and by the afternoon they were already laying out, pouring the new concrete and flattening it out. So we're impressed with what we've seen so far, and we can hope that keeps up.
I also spoke to Lolly Sage, who works in the area and says although she doesn't mind the extra walking, she worries about what it means for driving in the area.
Traffic, it's very chaotic. It's sometimes very hard to turn from one lane to that way.
However, she says she has faith they'll get it done.
I want to trust the government. Maybe right now it's a little hectic and chaotic. However, I'm hoping that they're done by the fall of this year. If that's going to happen, it's going to help everyone.
Danielle Da Silva for Channel 8 News.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Warm day today, but it wasn't humid, so you barely noticed. It's only when the dew points get into the 70s and we have temperatures like this that you go, whoa, it was hot today. So fast forward to June or July, August, and we see these temperatures. This will feel a lot worse then than it did today. 87 though, the hot spot, many spots too. Lincoln, Norfolk, Grand Island, Holdridge, and Hebron, and McCook all checked in at 87 degrees. And then we have a freeze watch in place. I mean, almost 90 degrees today, but by Saturday morning, we're looking at temperatures that may be in the 20s early Saturday morning from central western Nebraska. Eastern Nebraska, lower 30s, maybe the upper 20s. Yeah, it's going to get cold. 48th and Cornhusker Highway, they took away my favorite game. They blocked off this road, so now I can't catch people running red lights. I do not like construction season for that reason alone. ABC Seamless Cam. That's fine. We can take a break on it. Temperatures, look, can you see where the cold air is starting to come in? Still very mild here, 70s, 60s, but look over here. There's some 30s just on the other side of the panhandle. So colder air is just getting ready to push its way in. But since temperatures are so warm right now, these, what time is it? It's 10:15. So there's a clock down there. We're likely going to see temperatures in the upper 60s early tomorrow morning, like just after midnight. So that'll probably be our high for the day. Temperatures will eventually slide all the way down as we head through the afternoon. But this is 10 to 20 degrees warmer than we were yesterday. Still a little breezy, south wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour. A little more wind off to the north and west where that cold air is trying to come in. Look at that wind gust in Chadron, 46 miles per hour. Still a little windy in Lincoln though at 28 miles per hour. So watch the cold front. Can you figure out where it's at? Yeah, it's this line right here. Just incredible. South wind at 20 to 40 miles per hour on this side, north wind up to 40 miles per hour on that side. So as that cold front rolls through, good news, bad news. It rolls through our southeastern part of the state early in the morning, 10 a.m. Things have really sped up. This should limit the severe weather potential greatly. It will eventually push all the way to the south and east. As we head into the afternoon, that's where the severe weather will be. So it's going through way too early for it to mess with our severe weather situation around here. So I think the strong storm potential well to the south. I'll show you that here. Well, let's show you right now. Mostly cloudy skies as we head through tonight. Snow a possibility in parts of western Nebraska through Friday morning. But watch this, there's that cold front. It's already all the way through Nebraska and here from Des Moines to Kansas City to Wichita by Friday afternoon. That's where the severe weather potential will be all the way through Friday night. If we see anything, maybe a spot sprinkle late Friday night into Saturday morning, and that would be about it, leaving us with mostly sunny skies for a good portion of the day on Saturday. Lows tonight, upper 50s and lower 60s, but highs tomorrow, upper 50s and lower 60s. So I think we'll probably get into the middle 60s in the morning and then dive back down. This is the afternoon temperature range. So look at this. It's middle 60s and then eventually falling into the 50s as we head through the afternoon and evening. So 60s the next couple of days and then 70s on Sunday. Not a bad day on Sunday, really. And then 80s come back as we head through next week. Our next storm chances Thursday and Friday of next week. Remember yesterday, we learned Scottsbluff's highest one-day snow total for April is 17.6 inches. What's their highest one-day total for May? 0, 3.8, 6.8, or 11.8?
I'm going to go for it all, my friend.
100%. You, of course, you knew that was coming. That happened May 18th in 1915. They saw almost a foot of snow.
Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable. Thank you, Rusty. New tonight, an event today where a community built more than just homes. Habitat for Humanity kicking off its Women Build event with a new approach this year, giving volunteers a chance to get prepped before they ever step on site. Today, an open house style setup where volunteers could pick up hard hats, get fundraising materials, and even decorate their gear before building begins. The goal here, make the experience more welcoming, especially for those who may be new to construction and maybe have questions.
I know a lot of people might even be nervous because it can be intimidating going to a build site, but there's no construction experience needed. So that's what we really like to point out, is that you don't have to, you could have never picked up a hammer before, and there's space for you there.
The Women Build Run runs across multiple days in May with projects slated for both Lincoln and Nebraska City this year. Organizers say the event is all about creating space for women in a field that's traditionally male-dominated, all while helping local families build a path to home ownership. Also new at 10, a chance to step up to the plate. Nate, listen to this. Young athletes in Grand Island will soon have a chance to show off their skills with a free MLB pitch, hit, and run competition. It's open to kids ages 7 to 14. The one-day event is set for April 22nd at Webb Road Fields, where kids will compete in pitching, hitting, and running. The competition is divided by age groups and includes both baseball and softball divisions. Those who perform well will have a chance to advance through multiple rounds, with some ultimately competing at MLB stadiums and even the World Series.
Wow.
Think back when you were a kid. Wouldn't that be a dream come true?
That would be awesome.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Well, let's get ready to head into the sports zone because I know you have some big news from the Big Ten today.
Yeah, we're going to talk more about the Big Ten ushering in a new era of volleyball with the conference's first tournament. We'll have details coming up after the break.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports with Sports Director Nate Johnson. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Well, this coming season, the Big Ten is ushering in a new era of volleyball. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for tuning into the Sports Zone this evening. The Big Ten is debuting its first ever conference volleyball tournament this November in Indiana, which is a huge step forward for volleyball, particularly, though, for the Big Ten, which is arguably the deepest and most competitive conference when it comes to college volleyball. The inaugural tournament will run from November 20th to the 25th at Fisher's Event Center in Indiana, home of Major League Volleyball's Indy Ignite. Commissioner Tony Petitti said in part of a statement, "We look forward to bringing the nation's top talent together for an entire week of an exhilarating competition culminating in the crowning of the inaugural Big Ten Volleyball Tournament champion. Top 15 teams in the regular season standings will qualify for the tournament." And here was Nebraska head coach Danny Busboom Kelly today on the news on the Big Ten Network.
Well, first, I just want to thank Commissioner Petitti for the support and just the Big Ten, kind of, I don't want to call it scrambling, but putting this together at a little bit of a short timeline. And it's going to be really exciting. I think it just adds to the growth of our sport. It puts us in the spotlight, better TV games, and I'm really excited. I think it's huge for us and huge for the conference.
A big deal, no doubt, for Nebraska and Big Ten volleyball. Really exciting news as volleyball as a sport really continues to push further and become bigger on new and brighter stages. Now, while we're talking volleyball, a reminder that the Huskers will be heading to Omaha to face Creighton in their second exhibition match of the spring tomorrow night. First serve is set for 7 p.m. A heads up, though, Creighton posting that the match, well, it's already sold out. And a reminder that tomorrow is game one of maybe the biggest series of the season for Nebraska baseball. The Huskers host number 12 USC in Lincoln tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. A series that Nebraska needs to treat like a postseason one. First pitch is set for 6 p.m. tomorrow. Now, some Nebraska basketball news broke earlier this afternoon. Connor Essegian and Nebraska basketball making his return to Lincoln official on X. Essegian was sidelined for much of the year with that right ankle injury, but will make his return to the court in 2026. Asher Cohen was awarded Specialist of the Year by the College Gymnastics Association today. It marks the first time a Nebraska gymnast has earned the honor. Cohen won the rings title, the 2026 Big Ten Championships, and earned first team all Big Ten honors, so big congrats to Asher. Before we go, let's run through some of the high school action that was going on from the baseball to the soccer fields. A couple of scores from in and around our coverage area. Starting with baseball, Lincoln Lutheran with a 7-6 win. Gretna East taking down Standing Bear there. A good one between York and Seward, and a couple other great games going on this evening. Norris getting the win as well. And then some soccer scores as well for you on the girls' side, starting with Lincoln East. Takes down Lincoln Southeast 2-1. Waverly Standing Bear there ends in a draw. And the Bellevue East over in Northeast. Northwest beating Seward 2-0. Norris hangs on to win 3-0. And so does Pius the 10th as well. And some boys soccer scores as well. Waverly taking down Standing Bear 2-1. Seward with the win. Columbus with the win over Grand Island 1-0 as well. Lincoln Southwest and East also picking up some dubs tonight. And that is going to do it for sports, though. Rod will go ahead and send things back over to you.
All right, thank you, Nate. Let's get you ready for Friday. We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up next. New at 10, talk about a week to remember. It's been a whirlwind week for one new mom here in Nebraska. Kelsey Roberts welcomed baby Natalie into the world Tuesday night, and less than 24 hours later, she received another life-changing surprise. Her boyfriend proposing right in her hospital room with flowers in hand. Kelsey says she was speechless and left crying during the moment, adding both she and her new fiance, along with their baby girl, are doing great and can't wait to head home together. Congratulations to the couple, not only on the baby, but their upcoming nuptials. All right. Rusty, let's get people ready for Friday. How's it look?
Well, we've got a little light precipitation showing up in the Panhandle. That may change over to snow before it's all said and done, which isn't abnormal for this time of year, especially for northwestern parts of the state. But most of the state now just seeing clouds. Will eventually drop into the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, but that's about where we'll stay throughout much of the day, and we'll do that again on Saturday. So kind of a cool, chilly couple of days ahead. And look at this, early morning temperatures, teens, 20s, and 30s early Saturday morning. Goodness. And then we start to warm back up. 70s on Sunday, back into the Mondays, and back into the Mondays, the 80s by Monday.
All right, thank you, Rusty, and thank you so much for joining us. Andrew in Houston will be here for your morning news starting at 5 o'clock. Jimmy Kimmel is next. We'll see you tomorrow.
At Comfort Made Mattress Factory, we build each mattress specifically for you right here in our locally owned store. We can even make his side different than hers, backed by our lifetime comfort guarantee.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join.